I 27F made a stupid joke to my husband 30 meters and he stormed off. How do I fix this? Hey Reddit. I'm an Instagram snooper, so this is my first time here. I honestly never expected to post here because my husband 30 meters and I 27F have a great relationship. Of course I can't say we haven't had our occasional bumps, but it's honestly a dream come true all the way through. Our wedding was April 2021 and we both cried like babies that day, and since then the sailing has been smoother than soap. This afternoon, me and him came home after a little lunch outing with our newly engaged friends Kai and Marie. It went great but was like just another outing, nothing special, though we got some bomb pasta back home which I'm currently shoveling into my gob since it's too chilly for ice cream. We live in a super tiny apartment and so he showered first while I got the leftovers into the fridge and stuff. I went in after him, finished my shower and put some lotion on my palm. I accidentally squeezed too much and dabbed some of it away. After I rubbed it on my face I still had some of the leftover on my finger and I did exactly what any perfectly sane person would do. On my thumb, I whipped up a little smiley face and some spiky hair to create Lotion Man. I came out of the bathroom, giggling about it, and said something along the lines of hey, look, it's Lotion Man. He didn't really react, he just looked at my hand and blinked at me. I honestly was just goofing around and started making a silly voice and saying some random essay sprinkled with some inside jokes. I was blabbing for about a minute before he just up and left. I was of course completely oblivious as he grabbed some of his essay and I just was smiling and asking where he was going in kind of a playful way. He has a huge truck and Wed just returned from a trip so he has enough stuff to last him weeks, so it didn't really dawn on me that he was leaving until he drove away. I honestly feel like Boo Boo the fool for making such a stupid joke and then letting him leave just like that. I texted him a few times and Hess just said that Hess thinking about things and that Hess at his brother Tyler's place. I've been texting him non-stop but he hasn't been responding or even reading any of it. He also sleeps really early so I doubt I can get in contact with him anytime soon. His brother isn't responsive either so I'm just leaving my phone on the nightstand and holding my breath. I don't think it's really dawned on me yet. I stared blankly at the door for like 10 minutes before I got off my ass and actually tried contacting him. I've been with this man for years and am always cracking cheesy jokes. I feel stupid and like acid for making Lotion Man and continuing after no response instead of just shutting up and accepting that I'm unfunny. At the same time I'm just confused. Hess never been at this point even in our rougher patches. The worst we've done is just take breaks from time or just talk to one another a little less. Wasn't planning on getting into my time life but honestly I'm just rambling at this point. I'm all for giving him space but I can't say I'm not hurt Hess just leaving. And the process of divorce is just so. I don't even want to think about this anymore. Was making Lotion Man as big of a mistake as I think it was? Any advice on getting him back home? Thanks Reddit. Also any cute subreddit suggestions would be appreciated since it's my first time on Reddit and I want to distract myself. Update. Hey Reddit, again. I posted here earlier about how my husband left after I told him a dumb joke. You can find it here. I followed the advice I got and kept my distance. You all had me really pondering about how much of my relationship was the butterflies and kittens I thought it was. I still firmly believe that everything was absolutely perfect before it happened, but oh well, I have my opinions, so you guys were right about some things and wrong about some things. For those of you saying that the lotion thing had nothing to do with it, you were kinda wrong. But for the people who said something happened during the lunch outing, you were right on the money. My husband came back the other day. He apologized and said he was ready to talk to me. I obliged. I tried my best not to be all over him but quite frankly I missed this man so damn much. Hess my husband after all. He told me the following. I mentioned previously that we went out with our two newlywed friends Kai 30 meters and Marie 29F. We did have some quality time with all four of us, but often one or more people were missing from the table, considering it was a fusion buffet and the food was amazing. Apparently, at some point, my husband and Marie grabbed some food together. Or maybe before we left, since I know I was talking to just Kai for a while before they appeared and we got to the car. Whatever it was, they were alone together. Marie, the fiancée, told my husband that when Kai proposed, She realized she was in love with him, my husband, though she accepted Kai's proposal and tried to put her feelings to rest by organizing a lunch out. Though apparently she was charmed, or some BLLS it, because she asked him to run away with her or something. I don't know, but she wanted him to leave me and be with her. Now, Marie is honestly gorgeous, which I hate to say because I'm so pissed off with her. She's the typical blonde, blue-eyed, skinny pageant girl who looks kind of like Emma Watson. I'm not. My husband gently turned her down and wished her all the best. But he says he had her on her mind for a while. We were all college friends, so we know one another very well, and when I showed him Lotion Man, it all essentially exploded inside him. I had a hair towel and some essity old clothes on, and I was giggling over a stupid thing, and apparently my immaturity ticked him off over however the hell Marie was. He got sudden cold feet about our relationship and left for his brother's place. He eventually came back and said he loved me all over again. I was frozen in shock and asked some questions before asking him to sleep on the couch, at least for that night. He did, and it didn't really help me sleep. I can't believe it, honestly, that he was considering exiting away all of our relationship for a crush. The more I think about it, the less I can look him in the eye. We went to Thanksgiving lunch together with some of his family plus some close friends, and we spent last night together, so I think he thinks Hess in the clear. I can't lie and say I'm not considering just forgiving and forgetting though. He comes home from work about 6 hours from now and I don't know what to do next. I have off today. I'm a teacher and so am considering either contacting Kai and telling him about what his fiancée is up to. My husband begged me not to, as Marie was apparently making a spontaneous mistake. B, contacting Marie and chewing her out for trying to duck up my relationship, or having a civil conversation, less tempting, but it's whatever. C, contacting Tyler, his brother, and asking if he left the house at some point. Tyler's house is very close to Marie's place and I'm very worried about that, though I doubt I'll get anything out of him. D, all of the above. Any advice or well wishes, because I'm not in a great place right now, would be appreciated. If I do end up updating, it'll probably be on my profile, since I understand this subreddit has a one update policy, plus I don't want to update without a definite outlook on the future. I think I've mentioned before that legal stuff scares the acid out of me, so divorce will be tough, but it seems likely. I wish I could just forget it all. Thanks Reddit. TLDR, husband abruptly left after I made a lotion man with my finger. Turns out a friend asked him out and he got cold feet about our relationship after seeing my immaturity. Not sure what to do next. Redditors' reactions. Redditor 1, I would do D, all the above. But first contact Kai to let him know, and that way she can't lie beforehand and or make another story. Do you have a good relationship with your Bill? If so, I would ask, but he might cover. I would also ask your husband if you haven't already. Then contact her and let her know the friendship is over and she crossed a major line. So sorry you are going through this. Redditor 2, Kai absolutely deserves to know who he is about to marry. And he should be told soon, before Marie or your husband can get their story, and if it hasn't happened yet. I doubt that talking to Marie will be able to bring forth anything good. It is clear that Marie doesn't care about you at all and also doesn't respect you, else she would have never done what she did, which means that your feelings and opinions are irrelevant to her and no chewing out or calm talk will bear any fruits. I doubt Tyler would rat out his brother, but if you want to try, you can. However, no matter the result, you and your husband need at least a serious amount of couples counseling if you want to stay with him. That's a decision only you can make, though I personally wouldn't be able to stay with him. Redditor 3, wow, your husband sucks. I know in that moment, I'd have been feeling so glad I was with this wonderful, goofy person and not with the slimy, cheating shoal who'd just hit on me at a fusion buffet with both our spouses right nearby. You should absolutely contact Kai, and asking Tyler to figure out if your husband is already cheating is reasonable, though he might not be honest. And it'd also be pretty curious what Marie had to say. You could consider couples therapy, but I'm not sure your husband deserves it.